We're back here at the NRA National Firearms Museum here at NRA headquarters. John Pop with Logan Metesh. And Logan, all right, you're bringing some great stuff here for these Curator's Corners editions. What do we have this week, my friend?
Well, this is cool. This is a little Colt model of 1908 Pocket Hammerless. The gun in itself, just looking at it, not a particularly spectacular gun, right? You know, it's just a standard blued gun. It's not wonderfully engraved. It's got some wear to it, but it's the individual that owned this gun and the story that comes along with it that makes it impressive.
As we always say, Logan, if those firearms could only talk, the stories they could tell.
Absolutely, they'd tell.
What's the story behind this one?
Well, this one's cool. These were general officers' pistols. So the officers, especially during World War II, if they didn't want to be encumbered by having to carry around a large 45 caliber 1911, they can carry around one of these little Colt Pocket Hammerless. And the name's kind of a misnomer. It actually does have a hammer. It's just all internal. So they had the 1903s in 32 caliber and this, the 1908, in 380. And so this one was actually owned by Lieutenant General Ridgely Gaither. And you may say, well, who's Ridgely Gaither? Well, he was obviously a lieutenant general, and during World War II, he was issued this pistol in September of 1944. And then in March of 1945, he participated in Operation Varsity. And he was with the 17th Airborne, and they landed, and when they landed, they found themselves pinned down by a 20 millimeter gun with the Germans. And so he used his standard issue 45 and this Pocket Hammerless to help subdue the enemy and bring his troops to silence that 20 millimeter gun.
Wow.
So there's some serious World War II history in this little gun. And we've got a great General Officers Pistols case here at the National Firearms Museum with some really well-known individuals like MacArthur and Eisenhower and Chuck Yeager and NRA's own past president Joe Foss.
Right.
But we can't prove that any of those guns were actually used in combat. They were, you know, more display pieces and dress guns.
Yeah.
But this one we know saw World War II combat, which to me makes it extra special among the General Officer pistols.
How about it? Because, I mean, how many of these guys probably were running around with these firearms on their side and probably never even used them? Absolutely.
Like I said, they were display pieces. So if you were in your dress uniform, or maybe it was a display piece on your desk in your office, but to actually have this one see combat, really, you know, to hold history in your hands, it's a very neat piece.
It's very cool. So what was the impetus to the technical part of things to make this with this hammerless design versus the bigger, you know, bigger brother of this thing?
Well, this design came about, it's a John Browning design. Of course, how do you argue with a man whose middle name is Moses? John Browning was truly a firearms genius, and Colt was looking to capitalize on some of these small pocket pistol designs that Browning had designed for FN around 1900. So they come out with the 32 caliber in 1903 and then the 380 in 1908. And so it's another genius design out of John Browning. Very sleek gun designed to be carried in the pocket. That's why the hammer is internal, so there's nothing to hang up on when you're drawing the gun. And just a sweet little gun, wonderful lines to it.
Great, I would say great elegance of design.
Absolutely, it's a very elegant gun, very aerodynamic.
All right, how are we going to get to see that?
This one is also here at the NRA National Firearms Museum in Fairfax, Virginia. It's in our General Officer's pistol case. So if you come here and see Lieutenant General Ridgely Gaither's gun,
it's impressive.
Absolutely, yeah. There's at least a dozen General Officer's pistols on display here, and some great stuff to check out. Some of them very highly engraved and decorated, unlike this one.
Awesome. Well, Logan, another great piece here for Curator's Corner. Love having you here and look forward to more next week.
Thank you very much.